Hi there! Welcome to Camglish.com. I'm Teacher Angel, and I'll be teaching you a grammar lesson that can be found in Essential Grammar in Use book, 3rd edition by Raymond Murphy. We're still on our topic, how to make passive form of sentences, but today we're going to focus on making present continuous passive sentence. And we're going to discuss about is being done. Alright? Is being done is an important part of present continuous passive form of sentence. Alright? Okay? But not all the time we're going to use this in forming present continuous passive sentence. Okay? Now, we will divide this page into two topics, into two videos, and in our next video we're going to talk about present perfect passive. Okay? That will be in our next video. Now let's start reading all the examples here. Let's observe two examples. Somebody is painting the door. This is an active form of sentence. While in passive form of sentence, it will become the door is being painted. Don't forget that in passive sentences, the subject of the sentence is the receiver of the action, and it will be put here. Alright? At the start of your sentence. The subject is the door, and it is being painted. Right? Good. Now, do you remember why we want to use passive kind of sentence? Why do we make passive forms of sentences? We use passive voice when our receiver of the action is more important in our communication than the one who did it. Alright? That is why. And also, we can use the passive voice when we don't know who did the action. We use passive when we don't need to say who did the action. And the last reason is to avoid saying who did the action. Okay? Those are the reasons why we want to make our sentence in passive form. Now, every time we make passive forms of sentences, after our be verb comes the past participle of the verb. For example, painted, taken, and many other past participle of verbs, right? Okay. Now, if you remember, in present continuous tense, when we're using that, it describes things that are happening now and in the future. The only difference in present continuous passive is that we will make our past participle, our verb, in past participle form. Okay? And here is the difference. Your subject plus your be verb, like am, is, or are, then the word being. You should always add the word being to emphasize that the sentence is present continuous passive. Then finally, your verb will become past participle. Okay? Don't forget, subject, be verb, the word being, and past participle. Now let's go through these example sentences of present continuous passive. My car is at the garage. It is being repaired. So the action is happening at the moment, right? Okay. The active form of this sentence is this. Somebody is repairing it. Okay? And it's at the garage, right? Okay. Next, some new houses are being built opposite the park. This is the present continuous passive form of the sentence. There are people who are currently building houses opposite the park, and the active is somebody is building them. Right? Did you get my point? That is the present continuous passive form of sentences. Now let's compare the present continuous and the present simple. The office is being cleaned at the moment. This is continuous. Present continuous passive. Why? Because we have here the word being. Have you seen it? Yes. And this is simple. The office is cleaned every day. It's just simple. Is plus past participle of verb. Right? And I want to remind you to review the set of irregular verbs that I showed you in our previous video. Try to review and memorize the past participle of irregular verbs. Okay, so you will not be confused anymore. It will really help you. Alright? Next. In Britain, football matches are often played at the weekend, but no matches are being played next weekend. This is simple. Okay? Present simple. Now this is present continuous passive. Again, this is present simple passive, and this is present continuous passive, because we have here the word being. Alright? And it's gonna happen in the future. Okay? Next weekend. Did you get that? That is present continuous passive. And those are the rules and formula. Don't forget that. You can always review this video if you're having a hard time forming present continuous passive. Okay? Now I'm going to give you a preview of our next video. We're going to talk about present perfect passive. We're going to learn what is the difference of present perfect passive and present continuous passive. Now I'm hoping that you will attend class next time and do review everything that we learned today. Alright? Thank you for joining, and you are very good. Thank you for listening. I invite you to enroll in our class to polish your grammar and speaking skills, and you can find out everything about our company on camglish.com, and you will learn there how to enroll in our classes and in our courses. Okay? See you next time and have a nice day.